person in our business went through exactly the same experience. Sometimes we believe that becoming a Blue Diamond was a magical journey that was just so amazing that there was something unique about being a Blue Diamond. But I can tell you that every Blue Diamond that I know, and I know almost every one of them, have cried on my shoulder. Every Blue Diamond has had a moment when they questioned whether they could do the business, questioned whether they wanted to keep going, because you need to understand this will be the hardest thing you'll ever do. This will be hard. It won't be physically hard, it will be emotionally hard. Being rejected is a very difficult thing. And that's one of the biggest challenges that distributors have. You know, people often ask me, well, why is it that only 5% of your distributors make big bucks? And I said, because only 5% will do what it takes. And that's true in life too. You know, I have a lot of employees, and I can tell you that a lot of employees do what they need to do, but they don't do anything more. And that's, the fact is why do some people succeed in network marketing and why do others not? Well, it's not because somebody came with a magical journey ahead of time. It's the fact that they made decisions. That when they get up in the morning, they make a decision to do the business. And the people who don't succeed at network marketing, they get up in the morning and make decisions that don't involve the business. And this is a daily business. If you're going to become a Blue Diamond, it's something you got to think about daily. You don't have, it's not full time, but when you do the business, do the business. I taught my children from the time, I have 7 children, and from the time they could understand me and what I was teaching them, I would say, you know, your life will be the sum of the decisions you make every day. You're going to make some good ones, you're going to make some bad ones. In this business, you're going to make some good decisions and you're going to make some bad ones. But ultimately, at the end of the day, success is about daily decisions. And you'll hear that from Nathan, you'll hear that from every leader out there. It's about daily action. And the level of intensity, that's for you to determine. How much intensity you want to put into the business, that's your decision. It's a personal decision. Sometimes I hear people say, well, it's a formula. You do this, you do this, you do this, and you contact 3 people a day and you do your 3 threes and you're going to be a Blue Diamond. Well, you know what? That may work for somebody, but it may not work for another person. The business is personal. But what I will say is if you're going to be successful, it's about daily decisions. It's about daily engagement in some way or another. I mean, ultimately, this is a business that's open when your mouth is open and it's closed when your mouth is closed.
Or your Facebook.
Or your Facebook, or whatever you're doing. And now it's fingered, you know. Yeah. And in the early days, it was if your mouth was not open, your business was closed. And it's about daily decisions. And you know, so you're going to hear from people at this convention who've achieved Blue Diamond in 6 months. And I'm going to tell you that they're freaks of nature. They're not normal. And the biggest worry I've always had is when somebody gets on the stage and says that everybody else feels like a failure. But you know what? Just understand that the business is personal. That it may take you 12 years. I know somebody took her 22 years to make $1 million. We walked her across the stage. She's an Emerald executive. Made $1 million in this business doing it part-time. And you know what? For her, it was the most amazing experience in the world. Some people would have said 22 years to make $1 million. Well, you know, the average person in their lifetime in the USA is going to make $2.5 million working full-time. So not only did she work as a dental assistant full-time, she did this business part-time and made more than half of what a normal person would make in their lifetime doing this business. I don't care what the milestone is. Don't ever gauge yourself against freaks of nature. Don't say, well, I'm a failure because they became a Blue Diamond in 6 months. No, because who cares how long it takes? I don't care. I know Jeff and Diana don't care. I know Derek doesn't care. All they want is for you to be happy, for you to be fulfilled, to be successful, to find that thing that just gets you up in the morning. And you know what? You're going to have moments when you don't feel like that, right? That's fine. And that's what a phone's for. You know? That's when you call your upline. That's when you call somebody you love and care for and just get motivated. Somebody asked me last night, I went to a dinner with some distributors up in northern Utah, and somebody said, so where do you go for motivation? Well, for me, you know, I kneel in prayer. You know, I don't have I don't have an upline to tell me what to do. You know?
Yes, you do.
I do.
The ultimate upline.
I do. But that's where, when do I have tough days? Sure, I have tough days. I'm human. And I have to find my motivation. You need to find your motivation too. You need to find that thing that just gets you up in the morning. For me, I look at that picture right there every day. That little girl right there I met in Colombia. We feed her every day. She goes to a school. We feed her Vitamil. I fed her. And I looked at that smile and I just fell in love. And that makes me happy. Find that thing, whatever it is. Find that one thing that just helps you make that decision every day, that this means more to you as a lifetime business. The last thing I'll say, because I know I'm on video here, is that in a lifetime business, don't make today decisions. Too often I see distributors who make today decisions and they regret it. They just say, I'm going to stop doing the business. Well, that's a today decision. In a lifetime business, those types of things don't really affect how you're going to make a daily decision. If you know that you're in this business for life, then you don't make those day decisions that way. So, make sure that in the lifetime business, you make lifetime decisions. If you decide to quit, understand that it's a lifetime impact. It could change your life. I mean, people who work through the challenges and make millions of dollars, they had lots of moments when they questioned, but they didn't make a today decision in a lifetime business, and today their life's different. So just stay focused. Don't let the world mess your head up, because they're all going to tell you you're doing that pyramid deal, right?
Right.
They're all going to make fun of you. Well, you know what? A lot of people make fun of successful people. Why? Because they're not successful. Just stay focused. Make a decision every day that you're going to do something today to expand your business. You're going to talk to people. You're going to find opportunities. Laura Call says it best. She says, every day I find excuses for conversations. That's all I need. Give me an excuse for a conversation. So just find a reason every day to have an excuse to have a conversation with somebody. If you know you have the pearl, then who cares? If they reject it, that's their decision. You're no worse off the wearer. People say no all the time. But just know that we've got something that's pretty special that I tell people, this is Camelot. You'll never understand it until you've been here for decades like I've been here. This is something that you'll only find one time in your life. And this can really be life-changing for each of you in a huge, huge way. You will look back on this moment, maybe even this meeting here, if it was one of those moments where you were really trying to decide whether you were going to go forward. Maybe something I said has helped. But I can tell you that everybody has that moment when all of a sudden the light goes off and they say, okay, I see it. I'm not ever quitting. I'll never quit. Don't ever allow those today decisions to infect your business. Teach people to make a lifetime decision. Teach new people to make a lifetime decision. Help them through the challenges. That's the biggest challenge we have, is new people. Remember what it was like when you joined. Sometimes you forget when you're a leader what it was like when you went to that first meeting and the fear that you had after you popped down your credit card and made that first payment, and you're going like, what have I done? You get home and you've got the butterflies in the stomach and you've got your spouse, nagging you, what the heck did you do? You're a fool, whatever. But just remember that that's what that new person's going through when they go home. And your greatest responsibility as a leader is to reduce fear and increase confidence. The most important thing you can do is reduce fear and increase confidence. If you can reduce fear and increase confidence, you're going to have a successful business. And nothing more important. That's my role. My role is just reduce fear, calm nerves, let people know that everything's going to always be okay. People may say things bad about Nu Skin. They may say bad things about network marketing. But Nu Skin's okay. I know who we are. I'm grounded. Everybody who's successful in Nu Skin's grounded in who we are. Don't ever be ashamed of what we do. There's no shame in what we do. there's honor in making somebody's life better. Knowing that you have the power in your hand, the power in your word to make somebody's life better. There's nothing better than that. I mean, who would have thought years and years ago when you joined? Look at all the people you've touched. You know, look at it. All over the world. All because one time somebody had somebody had
Somebody had some vision.
you know, to make a decision to say I'm in this. And I can tell you, I've worked with Jeff and Diana to tell you with absolute certainty that it hasn't been a smooth journey. You know, is there any shame in the fact that it hasn't been a smooth journey? No. It's made them better leaders. It's made them better people. It allows them to teach you from their own personal experience. That's what it's all about. That's why I love music. That's why I love being here, because I get to be part of a small part of what happens on a daily basis. And I can tell you, for me, this is like a little piece of heaven.
Thank you.
Thanks.